Yeah, but you know why we here, man. You know why we here. The long awaited, the forever hated. Tuesday.
Mouthful.
Tuesday.
Nigga, I've been waiting. No, I couldn't fucking wait, nigga. I've been holding this shit.
It's Tuesday, you hear me? Kanye dropped. I guess you could say a surprise, right? Surprise.
It was a surprise because no one anticipated
It kind of leaked a couple days before. They said like his album was submitted and it might drop in the next couple days. Yeah. But I said it was like
it was a surprise. I woke up.
It's still a surprise because it was at like 8 p.m. Usually it's at midnight on a Friday, but it was at 8 p.m. on a Sunday morning, which is kind of fitting for Kanye, I guess. But yeah, that Donda drop, man.
8 o'clock Sunday morning, you going to church?
That Donda drop, man. Yeah. That Donda drop. But since you seem so eager, Reginald, why don't you give us your
Let me go ahead and take y'all on the journey.
Your first impressions and reaction to the album, son.
Take me there. Show them bitches. I'm about to take y'all on my Donda journey. You hear me? I woke up.
Yes, you did.
I seen a notification. I'm like, oh shit, Donda out.
What notification you got? From me or from like Apple?
Not Apple Music.
Okay.
I'm like, oh shit, Donda out. I'm like, okay.
I didn't get that. You got that?
I didn't get that.
Me.
I actually got it.
I didn't know you can get notifications, but okay.
Yeah, they give like anytime my album come out, they give you notifications. But I'm like, oh, the Donda out. So I'm on my way to work. Get in the van. I type in Donda.
Like, I'm not picking like your shit. Or you not talking?
You can hear me? I'll go.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm thinking. I got you confused. I'm tripping.
You was looking at the wrong one.
I was looking at Justin.
So I pop in my AirPods and I start the journey. First 3 songs in, I'm almost ready to turn that bitch off.
Whoa!
To be honest.
Whoa!
Let me finish. Let me finish my story. Dang.
Do you know what the first 3 songs are to that bit?
The first 3 songs, not the beginning.
You counted Donda Chan?
Let me finish.
Okay.
Oh, you counted Donda Chan?
Let's let him finish.
Number one, I started out from the beginning. Okay, all the way to the end. I am adding the Donda to it.
I just don't count Donda Chan as a song.
I'm adding it just because I started from the beginning to the end.
As everyone did.
Right. Go ahead.
I was ready to turn it off. It was not interesting. Now, when I got to Jail and I heard Jay-Z, I was like, okay, Jay-Z.
You know, Jail is the first song on the show.
Is it?
Right? Yes, that's why.
And it's like
that's why when you said the first 3 songs, I'm like, Jail is the first song on that bitch.
Okay, but Jail still is not all that either. I heard Jay-Z verse. Jay-Z verse was cool. I'm still not interested at this point. Let me see the playlist. I'm about to tell you, they're not
off the grid.
Now, when I got Off the Grid, that's when I was like, okay, I actually like that song. Off the Grid was good. But other than that, I was ready for it to be over with.
Nigga handed the phone back.
I was ready for it to be over with. I listened to the complete album. By the time I got to I don't remember what number I was on, I thought that the album had restarted because I started hearing the same songs. And I was like, okay. Nah, he just fucking with me.
Now, Kanye was
another reason that I really, really was upset about that the nigga don't have explicit version of the album.
Well, I mean,
even though the niggas on that bitch cursing, there's no explicit version. And boys know how I am about non-explicit.
Don't say boys. Yeah, nobody knows how the fuck you are, nigga.
It's just us.
You are a nigga on the couch.
Non-explicit versions. I would not listen to no non-explicit album. If y'all cursing on the album, you have to bleep it out. I have a problem with that. There's a difference between actually cursing on the album and bleeping it out and just rapping without curse.
But you listened to it 3 times, though.
I did. I had to. I don't like it, son. If you go curse. I don't even get the option. If I want to listen to a non-explicit version of the album, give me an
it's
option.
interesting. I didn't realize there was no cursing until 504 came on Off the Grid. I was like, wait.
Oh, no, I noticed there was no cursing.
No,
I was on the 3rd track in. I was like, well, cause they started bleeping 5. I'm like, wait, hold on. Yeah. He was supposed to say nigga right there.
Yeah, they stopped bleeping shit out. I think that the album was very overhyped. Boys actually overhyping that bitch right now. They saying that it's fire. It's not fire.
So let me ask you this.
It's a very cool album.
So you listened to it 3 times on Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. Have you listened to it since?
Yes, I listened to it today.
Oh, okay.
I listened to it today. I feel the same way.
Interesting.
It was actually even worse today because listening to it, I actually started skipping shit. I was able to skip shit because I already had listened to it. Like I said, out of the whole 27 songs, number one, the fucking shit too long. That's number one. That's too many songs.
No, I think
You got like 5 of the same
I
songs
think,
on that whole.
Jesus Lord, part 2 is 11 minutes.
That is the shit too long.
I think Jesus Lord part 2 is 11 minutes.
I worked out to that song and didn't realize it's 11 minutes.
I think
It's
part
too
2
long,
part 2 is 11 minutes.
But that
I think the whole album is like an hour
Jada.
and 48 minutes.
So what would you give the album 1 to 10? So how many songs you think you fuck with off the album?
Out of the whole album, I probably either like 5 or 6 songs out of 27.
Very interesting.
Therefore, the album, I did it. I think it's cool for what it is.
What would you give it out of 1 to 10?
I'll probably give that bitch like a 5 or a 4, to be honest. It's very low for me.
This has been.
It wasn't that. It was not that good.
This has been the So Boom podcast.
It wasn't that good, son. It was a cool album. It was cool for what it was.
They gave it a 4 or 5. It's crazy. That's actually insane, son.
you gave me-
It was
Insane.
only Sunday. You gotta understand. 27 songs. I only like 6 of them.
Yeah, you wrong about that though.
It's just my opinion, son.
No, it's definitely his
That's my
opinion. There's
opinion.
no right or wrong.
There's no right or wrong. That's
You
just
go-
my
how
that's my
you-
opinion about
But
it.
that's what. But
What about
nah,
you,
what
Justin?
Boys will say is that is a wild opinion.
Super wild. Super 5 or 6
That is a
songs.
wild-
They
I
I
say
think it's wild that niggas hyping that hoe, saying that it's fire.
I won't
I
necessarily
think that's
say it's
wild.
hype. I'll say this: the artistic direction Kanye went back into.
Tell them.
I feel like people weren't anticipating the music production.
Tell 'em.
A lot of people are stuck on, the fire beat, fire song, fire beat, fire song. No coherency of the whole thing whatsoever.
Wait, you don't think the thing was coherent?
No. I'm talking about like with other artists. I feel like nobody was anticipating him to go back into his like. Well, maybe people were because he was on stage floating with the mask on. So one day he was in all white and they was in heaven or some whatever they was talking about with the stage.
I don't know what you're talking about right now, sir.
Well, during his whole Atlanta run,
Yeah, but what
what I'm referring to is each day apparently when he got on stage, the set was a different color.
Yeah, but what do you? I'm talking about. What do you?
But I'm saying I don't think people were prepared for him to go back into that like super artistic like bag. Like I feel like it was a pure like I don't think this was like a rap album like how people trying to.
I don't think it's a rap album at all.
I don't think it's a rap album how people trying to pocket it like they didn't.
Tell me what you think of the album though. So I feel like you just talking about the.
I do have a question once you finish.
Let me go ahead and start off by saying it. To me, I will give it fire. I'll give it fire. And purely because I've listened to the album more than 5 times now.
Damn, that's a lot of time.
Well,
that's
because
5
like I
times.
said,
That's 10 hours, bitch.
But that's because
He said more than 5 times.
that's because the
say
first
It's only
on
Tuesday.
Sunday you do 2 listens. You know, Monday
Gotta
I
give
did
it
2
2.
more. And I heard it today. You know, so I feel like the album itself is pure Kanye putting his all into music, and I really enjoyed it. You know, the first beginning, the Donda chant, I was like, where are we going with this?
Like, what the fuck is
Where
this shit?
are we going with
No, I
this?
saw something about that earlier today though. They said that the Donda chant represents his mom's last heartbeats. I saw that today.
Damn. Well, see, there you go with that artistic stuff that it could go above your head if you don't stay tuned to what he got going
Man,
on.
above your head. Nobody would know that shit unless they told us.
Right. But then
true.
you go into jail. Tell me if you ever
Nigga
had
had
someone.
Nigga had me put my hand behind my back, bitch.
Son, listen to me, son. That jail was hard. Then you had Jesus Lord, fire. Jesus Lord Part 2, okay, fire. Son, it's the whole album. You could listen to it over and over again. There's no skips. I haven't had to skip not once.
No
I've listened to
skips?
it. There's no skips. There's no skips, son.
Nigga, I can't believe you.
And you know what I'll say about Kanye?
No skips.
I'll say this. Man, what a great job this man's done at incorporating all these different sounds. And nigga slid in Sia. He slid in Sia. Didn't even know she was on the album. Somebody had to tell me. Didn't know.
God, that's that
Slid
thing
that
when you don't mark the features. I hate that. I do hate
Yeah,
that. I hate it, but I like it at the same time because it makes a surprise when you hear who's on it. But at the same time, when it's somebody you don't recognize their voice, you don't know who it is.
And let me say that Kanye, I feel like he should just go ahead and start DJ Khaleding it. What I mean by that is he is remarkable at gathering a bunch of misfits
Producing.
and putting them together and making them sound fucking phenomenal. When I told you we got 5-year-old foreign, jump in the back, cat on the hat, get a bit back, He was, man, let me tell you, 5E was giving us full
everything.
He gave us full ability. He even came out after Kanye dropped. Was like, yeah, y'all like me on that Kanye shit? Guess what? We about to drop a Kanye.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I think 5E had the hardest verse on the whole shit.
On the whole
album, yes.
Hey man, I don't know.
You
have Jay Electronica who came in on.
Jay Electronica had the hardest verse on the album.
Jay Electronica
period.
Come on. Jesus Lord, and I don't
that
know,
nigga
man.
was spitting.
That's a gentleman who raps beyond rapping, rapping ability.
That nigga was spitting.
That's a god tier rapper. So
he took me there.
We're gonna say that Jay Electronica for sure. To me personally as well, Jay from the city had the hardest verse on the album. Then it would be 5E for me, and then I probably say Jada.
Who?
Jada Kiss.
Oh, on Jesus Lord Part 2.
Yeah.
So what'd you get out from on the scale from 1 to 10, son?
I give it a 9, son.
Interesting.
I genuinely give the album a 9. I'm not gonna go as far as say.
You say it was no skips on that whole.
No skips.
How come it's not a 10? If it's no skips,
just because you don't skip it mean the song perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
They sound perfect to me. If you ain't skipping no songs, that mean you like every song on that bitch.
That mean it's not skippable. Mean the song is like I don't want to hear this shit.
I don't want to hear this shit. Like this
like
sound bad.
I can not like fully rock with a song and be like, oh, I'll leave it on.
That's wild to me.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. You have lost your marbles, Reggie. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause I ain't gonna lie. If you'd have asked me the first day, cause I only listened to it one time on Sunday. I listened to it one time on Sunday as soon as I woke up. I went to work. And I listened to it one time. If you'd have asked me how I felt that first day, I would have said it was mid and meh, right? But then I listened to it Monday morning, right? I woke up Monday morning, turned it on immediately. I said, let me get a bit the second listen, just see what I said. I could listen to this song. I could listen to this album every single morning when I wake up, and I'll also listen to it today when I woke up. I could listen to this album every single day when I wake up for the rest of my life.
And can I quickly interject real quick? And then you know what else makes it a non-skippable album? The fucking feeling that thing can give to you.
Absolutely give.
It gives you
absolutely
a very much
I'm not gonna lie, so
uplifting feeling. So if you were going with
that's why I say I can listen to it every morning when I wake up.
If you are going with the whole, man, best rap gospel album of all time.
I can't believe
I don't think it's a rap album. I guess it's a rap album, but it's a gospel album for sure.
Best.
I could listen to this shit every single morning when I wake up. I swear to God. This shit is amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Last thing, my son Kanye was rapping.
The production on this shit, phenomenal. Number one, let me go. I have my phone. The production is phenomenal.
Y'all boys crazy.
I'm not even huge as Kanye fan.
Y'all say it's a gospel album. What's making it a gospel album?
I think. Did you listen to it?
I did. But I'm saying, what's making it a gospel album?
What makes anything a gospel album? He's talking about God in almost every song, and it's there's no curse words. It's not like I think he did that on purpose for the gospel reference. And like I say, he's talking about God on every single song.
His life, losing his wife.
What makes
temptation?
I think you're saying that because you're associating Kanye West with rap. But when I ask you this, like it's kind of similar to when people didn't want to make Lil Nas X Old Town Road a country song when it is. What makes this not because they're rapping makes it not a gospel album?
I didn't say that. You mentioning God in the song don't make it
not a song. Every single song. In the feeling like Jesus Lord. Jesus Lord is absolutely a gospel song.
I agree with you on that. Like
God breathed on this?
Actual song.
God breathed on this?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
Jail
is even a gospel song to me.
It's certain songs on there that do give you that gospel feel.
I think majority of this. I think it's a gospel album.
I wouldn't label it a gospel album.
I think it's a gospel album.
A rap
Hurricane
Jesus
with The Weeknd. The angelic vocals of The Weeknd on Hurricane.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can listen to this shit every day. This shit is absolutely amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. When Jail came on, Jail's my favorite song right now. I can listen to Jail's my favorite shit, especially part 2. I was about to say Justin said some wild shit earlier today. Who you think did better on Jail?
That's what he talking.
The baby or Jay-Z?
Probably the baby.
The baby had the far superior verse to me. I don't know how you even
genuinely.
The baby for sure had the better
hopped
verse.
on that thing.
Jay-Z was okay. The nigga
Jay-Z was okay.
He gave us nothing.
I agree with that as well. I don't know why you so bucked up about Jay-Z's verse.
I'm a Jay fan.
He a Jay-Z.
I don't know
fan,
why you
that's
so
all.
bucked up about
That
nigga verse was
I came up
subpar.
on
It was
Jay-Z.
it was cool. It wasn't bad at all. I'm not gonna say it was bad.
It wasn't bad.
But
Shit
it was
wasn't
regular.
It was
But
definitely
like I
very
said,
regular.
We go from jail
The baby
right?
went harder.
to God breathed on this. It's fire. You heard me? Fire. Then we got Off the Grid. Off the Grid is absolutely. Off the Grid is like probably the most hip hop song on this shit.
Off the Grid is a good song.
Super hard. Hurricane with The Weeknd and the Lil Baby. So angelic. So gives you. Feel like you can flow. I feel like I can flow into the sky when I'm listening to Hurricane, bitch. Like I feel like I'm about to get a. Come on now. Praise
Lil
God.
Baby came on
Joe. That's the one with Dirk on it, huh?
What?
Joe.
Oh yeah.
Joe, and he talking about Vaughn on that bitch. Dirk bodied his verse too. Almost like the features. People say the features carried, and I agree with that. I think it was like one song on this bitch when when Kanye wasn't even on it. It might have been a couple songs with Kanye wasn't even on
There
it.
were a couple,
But
I mean,
I think definitely the
sure,
features
man.
carried this whole. But not in a bad way. Like it was so feature heavy, and the production was so the production was great. When we talk about God, then we talk about Jesus Lord. Jesus Lord is absolutely fire. Part 1 and 2.
Son, you skipping?
I'm
Junior.
okay.
Come on, son.
No, it's I don't even. And we're not even talking about what you call it.
Y'all boys really excited.
We're not talking about No Child Left Behind. It's
crazy.
No Child Left Behind. No Child Left Behind. That's not.
I can't believe that y'all excited. Y'all actually it was flabbergasted.
The song is actually fire, son. And like I said,
Flabbergasted
Pure Souls with Roddy Ricch. Oh my God, Roddy Ricch bodied that shit.
Pure
and that
Souls was
an
fire.
old girl on what's her name, Shisha or something like that.
Sia?
Whoever the fuck, she bodied her shit too on Pure Souls.
wait,
the girl in the Pure Souls, who was that?
Which one? Wait, is that the Jamaican young lady?
I don't know. But it's a young lady at the end of Pure Souls also bodied the fuck out of that shit. Like Pure Souls is amazing. So like the whole album is amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I put in the names on there.
And it's very interesting that like I remember you asked the other day in the group chat which one is harder, which album is better. I didn't respond because I wanted to talk about it on the podcast. But it's like I feel like you can't even compare this to J. Cole because like I said, I think it's a gospel album, not a rap album. Like I was actually listening to J. Cole before you even said that, just to compare. Cause I think I like this better than J. Cole, but it gave me a whole different feel. Like J. Cole give me the mean, ugly face. Like this shit is hard, but this shit give me I want to float into the fucking air, and I can listen to this shit every single morning to uplift me and put
all the time, man.
And this shit put me in a space where I feel like I be motivated. I be
Son, it's a great gym album too, man.
It's like it gives me a fucking feel that I am like it just this type of music make you feel. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not the biggest Kanye fan, but this shit right here, nigga, was fucking fire.
Was saying that Kanye don't talk about nothing, but the whole album was him talking.
Yeah,
about something.
I don't understand where that was my boy Mike. Shout out to my boy Mike.
Damn, you gonna
shout out to my boy Mike. That's my boy.
my son.
I'm actually just sitting right here listening to y'all boys, and y'all actually really.
We're really
y'all excited about it
because it was a fire album. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was fucking fire.
Son, do you know the last time we had a pure like all my heart into music Kanye? We haven't had.
You
that
see how we praise it, and all of a sudden it's poo. No, he didn't call it poo at first. I
didn't say poo. I said cool.
Oh, I thought you said poo.
Yeah, I said it's just like I said. So I listened to it multiple times. I gave it a try.
How'd you listen to it?
I just thought that it was cool.
How'd you listen to it?
I had my AirPods in.
Every time?
Every time.
You didn't listen to it?
You didn't listen to it in the car on the speakers or just?
AirPods is the best way to go.
No speakers?
I think you maybe have to experience it a different way.
You haven't done it justice if you haven't done the speakers.
AirPods is the best. You can hear everything in the AirPods.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's the best way to experience the music.
I'm not gonna lie, son, you got a big ass butterfly just sitting
That bitch is right there looking beautiful.
crazy. That's what I'm about to say too, but yeah.
Yeah,
You know why that butterfly on the window, huh, son?
I also would probably go not 9.5 out of 10. But like I said, I would not compare this to anything. And when we talk about like how like Kanye and Drake was gonna go head to head, like Drake shit is gonna be pure hits. Like this shit is like is like a feel. Like I think it's a gospel album for real. Like it's uncomparable to any other hip hop album that came out this year. Like when we could try to compare it to the J. Cole or Kendrick if he comes or Drake if he comes. Like I don't think you can compare it to any other shit. It's like I think it's a gospel album to be honest, and it's an experience, especially with the production on it.
Regardless if we loop it as gospel or not, they're gonna loop it all together and put it in the best hip hop category.
Yeah, for sure
or
do it.
They're gonna do that. They're gonna do it,
but it's not a gospel album either.
And
I heavily disagree. I think it's the exact same thing when Lil Nas X dropped Old Town Road and they put that shit in hip hop even though it was a country song.
Would you be mad if they put it in a category for a gospel award, son?
With me?
Yeah. Like, would you think it was unfitting? Like, if it won
Like,
best gospel album?
Put this in best gospel album.
I mean, I wouldn't care if they won't do it. They do it.
I'm asking.
I just don't agree with it being a gospel album. That's all.
Okay.
If they want to, then hey, he could call it a gospel album. He call it a rap album.
God, bro.
He call that bitch a country
Guess
album.
who's going to jail tonight?
I'm not the person to say what's gospel.
Guess
what's
who's
not.
going to jail
I don't
tonight?
really listen to gospel music like that, but in
Guess who's going to jail tonight?
I just don't think
God gonna pay my bill tonight.
Yeah. How you don't?
Hey man, but yeah, I get it album a 9.5. I absolutely I'm not gonna say it exceeded my expectations, but I think it met my expectations. I thought the album was gonna be fire, and it was fire. It was a very good experience. I could listen to shit every single day before I wake up, and I think I will continue to do so for the following days. To be honest,
Until drink.
Y'all do y'all thing.
but
For you see